So I'm sorry, we.
Is it we?
Everybody say. Welcome to episode 41 of For Better Best Podcast. It's your boy, Charles Beloved, and I can't believe we are back. It has been a long
time.
while since we caught up with y'all, since we talked to y'all, but I'm so excited to be back, and I'm here with my lovely, long hair don't care, braid out, 10-year wife of somebody, and host of this podcast, Mrs. Shereen Kuykendolls. What's up, girl?
I know, we're finally back in the studio. It has been, I know when our last episode we said, we're going to take a few weeks off and we'll be,
6 months later.
We lied. Y'all know every time we say that, we're probably lying. I'm glad y'all still rocking with us. This summer has been crazy.
Yeah.
We did so much in 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
We'll tell y'all all about it. But the biggest thing we did this summer was celebrate.
It's our anniversary. No, I really mashed up Kirk Franklin and Tony.
We'll get there.
It went viral. Okay, all right.
We'll
But yeah, we celebrated 10 years of marriage.
We celebrated 10 years in Barbados. We had
225.
Okay, because you kept saying I kept making up the number.
Yeah, 200. No, 221. We had 2 people that couldn't make it at the last minute.
Cool.
We don't talk about it all. I thought you what? Are we back? Are we back? I told the people I got stuff to talk about.
We had 221 people show up for us,
which is crazy, and it's so beautiful.
To Barbados, we were there for 4 days, just celebrating, kiking, reminiscing with people. It really, 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 really was a beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, I have a gripe with Charles because we just got back a few weeks ago.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm going to be honest, we almost didn't make it to year 11. So before we went on our 10-year, I told him, I was like, I've been talking to my dentist and I was like, oh, she suggested I get Invisalign, so I'm going to get fitted for Invisalign. He's like, oh, okay. And just goes on about his day. Doesn't say anything to me, doesn't share that he might have any thoughts on this process. As y'all know, Charles has had extensive dental work.
All right.
It's not,
all right.
You had your jaw broken.
All right. These are true, but you don't have to say extensive, all bold and strong.
So he knows about braces. He knows about he knows about all of these things. I am getting some minor things fixed in my teeth. So not like I'm not going to have them for that long. When I tell y'all, they put these things in my mouth, and I don't have them in right now.
But you sound like you have Invisalign lisp right now.
Don't start, please.
No, I'm serious.
No.
I don't know if your teeth are hurting so bad that you sound like.
Well, I got these things all over the front of my teeth that are tearing up the side of my mouth. So I put these things in, and the first day I was almost like, to hell with the money. I went to Charles and I said, "Why would you let me do this?" He was like, "Oh, I thought it was kind of dumb, but you seem committed."
Listen.
I said, any other time
your body, your choice.
You do not hesitate to share.
I'm not getting involved.
You do not hesitate to share your opinions with me.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I said, why would you not say, "Hey, Shereen, Invisalign's very painful. You might not love it. Is those small fixes you want to do worth the pain you might have to endure?" I might have thought twice about it, but he just kind of gave me okay.
No, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, of all of my mouth things that I did, pause. Let me just start there. Invisalign was one of the least painful things versus getting your jaw broken. So maybe it's just I didn't think about it in that way. And then secondarily, honestly, primarily, it was coming out of your side work, was your medical,
out of my HSA.
Yeah, HSA account. It wasn't actually coming out of US dollars from the Kuykendolls. To some degree it is, but and I was like, okay, whatever. I thought it was very silly. I think you have beautiful teeth. You have strong teeth. I say you got like horse teeth. You can bite through anything. Bite through zippers and shit.
I be biting through stuff. He'd be like, are your teeth gonna be okay?
I'm like, I can't do anything. These soft, brittle, barely fixed teeth. So I was like, listen, if you want to do that and fix up whatever little things to make your teeth perfect, go about your life.
This is what happens when you get older and your benefits are good and you got too much.
Yeah, you got too much. You got too many benefits.
Benefits, and you just start finding shit to do.
Yeah.
So I was really angry with Charles, but they have stopped hurting, so we're back on track. But if you're watching on YouTube, or to Charles's point, I don't think I sound different without them out. If I sound funny, that is because I'm getting accustomed to having...
it's your tongue. You don't know what to do with your tongue anymore.
I know. So if you see me and you're like, why she keep messing with her mouth so much? It's because the things are, my tongue there's a lot happening. But Barbados, so a lot of people like people there were like, Shereen, are you Bayesian? I was like, no, I'm not Bayesian. So everyone was like, why did y'all choose Barbados?
Yeah.
So we've been planning this for 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
So we went to Barbados two years ago to visit the property that we had it at. We had it at the Wyndham. And we love the property, but I'm also from Antigua. So in that 2 years, we also went to Antigua and we visited a few properties there to try to have it. Now, y'all know we want to have a great time, but we also are financially sound people. And we're not going to make a decision based on the thing that's going to give us the best vibes. It's going to be the best vibes, but also like what financially won't bankrupt us, because we knew this was going to be an expensive undertaking.
Absolutely.
And the folks in Barbados were just so beautiful to work with. They really wanted to work with us. They really wanted to make it happen for us. And Antigua, they were just kind of being a little less flexible. The resort that we really liked was adults only. We tried to do a full buyout of the resort, and we said, if we do a full buyout, can at least our kids come? Like, our wedding was kids free, but we were like, there will be some kids there. We have children. And they were just very black and white, hard and fast on like, this is what y'all have to do. No, this is how much for a buyout. And they were just being really inflexible. So we ended up going with Barbados and going with the Wyndham. And so many people hadn't been to Barbados.
Yeah.
So it was really beautiful to see people explore the island, meet each other, come and celebrate us.
Yeah. As the groomzilla in this entire
God.
situation, there's no, oh God, like, I really truly felt the infrastructure of Barbados, and shout out to the tourism board, shout out to Nisha, who worked tirelessly to make this come alive, and the entire hotel staff. They were messing with us. Like, every day was very specific in terms of what our needs and our wants were, from us recording our live podcast. And I mean, when I say we just redid every single thing that they would do normally, we said, nah, we're gonna do it this way. And they were willing to accommodate. So from a live podcast to a concert reception, to the food, we completely transformed their menu. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, into a pool party where we brought in foam, shut down their main pool, brought in hookahs. Like, they let us do what we wanted. So if you go to the Wyndham Grand Barbados, based on our videos, and think that you're going to get an experience similar, you're not going to get it, because the Kuykendall, that was the Kuykendall Wyndham Barbados extravaganza. So
at the pool party, there were like guests there that weren't a part, because we didn't have it be fully private. We were like, no, if people want to vibe with us, let them come vibe with us. So there were guests there who were not a part of our party. And I was like, they're going to go back and tell their friends, we had such a great time at the Wyndham. We got to go back to the Wyndham. And they're going to go back there, and it's going to be a completely
we put on
different experience.
Yeah, it was truly a spectacle. It was truly a
so
spectacle.
Let's talk about the itinerary for the weekend. So the people got there Thursday. The actual ceremony was Friday. Saturday we had the pool party, and Sunday was like, you can leave, or it's like, if you want to stay, it's at your leisure.
A free day.
So we actually mirrored our wedding weekend from 10 years before. So when we were in Chicago in 2016, it was the same thing. We had our ceremony on that Friday. Saturday we had a day party, and Sunday we did like a little goodbye brunch.
Yeah, at the House of Blues. Wow, we were lit back 10 years ago. Yo, we've been lit for 10 years, bro. Like, we really had a House of Blues gospel brunch.
So we did it that way 10 years ago because we said, like, people are super busy. We want people to experience the city of Chicago. Like, if they're coming all this way for us, we want them to really experience like the beauty of the city. And we always said, when you go to a wedding on a Saturday, you fly in Friday. Your
wake
whole
up
day
Saturday is makeup and all of that. The guys get a little time, but y'all are locked in. And then you out Sunday.
You went out Sunday. So you really never get to do anything outside of go to the wedding.
Absolutely.
So 10 years ago, we said, let's do it Friday, because on Saturday, people can explore the city. Taste of Chicago was going on that weekend. So a lot of our friends went to Taste of Chicago and then came to the all-white party. And then Sunday, if you want to leave, if you want to stay, you could do whatever. But we were like, we really want to make it an experience. So 10 years later, obviously, we have more funds. We have done a lot more things. We like things even flashier than we liked them 10 years before. So we said, if people are going to come all the way to Barbados, we want to make it worth their time, their effort, and their money. And I think that was a big, big thing for us. So now, like, pretty much everyone we know has children. So it's not, to get away for 4 days is not an easy task. People have to drop off kids, coordinate childcare on top of the
Mm-hmm.
expense of getting to Barbados. And, respectfully, it wasn't a cheap trip.
No.
So we're thankful for everyone who put in all that effort to get there and celebrate with us. But really it was, so we wanted to make sure that every day there was something to do without overpacking the
Yeah, we don't want
itinerary.
to over program, but I thought, as CEO of Charles Beloved Productions, and
And
this
CEO
being
of the Kuykendall household.
and this being the tentpole event extravaganza, we got CJ Awesome Productions over there. I think it was the perfect balance, and we got off to a blazing start. We did Shades of Melanin every day. We had different color coordination theme. And our live podcast really let me know how crazy the week was going to be. Like when I
Mhm.
say that was a ruckus, fun, good time, like everybody looked, listen to me. If you go on my page and look at the photos of people in the brown, everybody looked so beautiful. And then we did like a old school R&B house party afters. And then we went to the afters after the afters and just kept partying all night. And I was just like, wait a minute. No. This is going to be crazy. And the most amazing thing is
Mhm.
like having those organic non-wedding touch points.
Yep.
So the Thursday was really important and the Saturday was really important because by Saturday, Sunday, people that did not know each other were
Were
hanging out
hanging
pretty
out.
consistently. And as the person who got tagged in every post post the wedding weekend, I'm seeing people commenting, people liking that did not know each other prior to that day.
weekend.
So it was just like, for us, we brought the most phenomenal, important, special people in our life together. And for those people to now have built their own relationships that can blossom and prosper, that to me was
It's
the
so
biggest
beautiful.
win and the most beautiful thing that I witnessed in Barbados. I'm like, yo, that is our superpower, is building a community and bringing people together. But like our core community,
Mhm.
communitying was just like, nah, that was elite 10 out of 10
And
business that
I
we
don't
did,
think
baby.
people realize how hard it is to have 200 and something people come to something and there's no weird vibes, there's no weird
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
People were just
Yeah.
having a great
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And you touched on it a little bit, but I think for us, it was so beautiful to have moments to actually be able to hang out with people. I think a
Mhm.
lot of times at weddings, you don't even get to really see the bride
Yeah.
and groom
Yeah.
because they're doing wedding stuff, which
Absolutely.
is fine. But we got to eat breakfast with people and like
Mhm.
really chill and kick it with people that like we love, but we
Yeah.
don't life. So it's like you got friends all over the country. We don't get
Right.
to see them very often,
Right.
but it's like we got true moments to connect with
Yeah.
people. So it's beautiful for us to connect with them, but then to see them like coming and honestly, a lot of our friends, we're very extroverted, but a lot of the people we love, I feel like are
Are not like us.
They're
We're
not that
nuts. They were
extroverted.
like, we love the Kuykendall, but they're psycho. I would never.
So it was so many of our friends who I'm like, they're like, y'all are crazy. We don't live life like you. Seeing them drinking, chilling with other couples,
Yeah.
making friends, like it was so, so beautiful to see.
Yeah.
So as CEO of Charles Beloved Productions, this was indeed a
Charles Beloved production. No, absolutely. That's what it was.
I think people didn't realize that before because we kept a lot of what we were doing secret.
Yeah.
We didn't. Well, Charles was excited.
I was telling the homies, you know what I mean? I booked talent. I went crazy.
I said,
Yes.
Charles, please stop telling people we're trying to surprise and delight, and you are taking away the surprise.
I was very excited though.
But it was very exciting because we knew we were planning like a really, really fun
Mhm.
weekend for people. Charles had a vision from even 2 years
Yeah.
ago. Do you want to share a little bit about
Yeah,
well,
I
your
mean, we talked about this before.
your
but-
philosophy on weddings and why you wanted ours to be?
Yeah, I'll talk about the philosophy. So first of all, the reason we did this weekend like this is because, again, we were going to spend a lot of money either way
Mhm.
if we did in the US or force people away for a weekend. And I was just like, seeing people for that millisecond during the middle of my
Mhm.
wedding for all the money that we were actually going to spend was just not,
Yeah.
the math was not mathing to me. And so that was what drove us to do a destination. So we forced our friends to be locked up with us for
Mhm.
multiple days. And that was the best thing ever. Secondarily, there was one little thing that was ruffling people's nerves, but it also speaks to how much fun people had. Check-in. People was at check-ins
yeah.
for like 5-6 hours.
The hotel.
And they were pissed off. But when I say those tides turn from the podcast onward, and when people have moments like that and they are able to get through it, that's when you know it's
Mhm.
really, really, really lit. My wedding methodology is receptions are boring.
Ooh, hot take.
Receptions are boring.
told
Your
every-
reception,
Every wedding we've gone to, we talk about your wedding.
your reception is boring. And as the person who's the fun friend, I'm forced to make your reception fun, to the point where I stopped charging, or I'm like, I don't want to do weddings anymore because it's so much work. The receptions, I'm not an ordained anything. I can't officiate your wedding legally, but I could do an online course.
I was gonna say you could do an online course.
I think it would be great. But furthermore, receptions, they just so much work. You get so much stand. I don't want to say it's performative, but you got to do all of that different thing. And then it's like, you got to do the cha-cha slide. You got to slide to the left. And it's like, you don't want the bride and groom to think that you're bored at their wedding. So you got to force yourself to get up and dance when you really just want to be on your phone. And so it's just
long.
like,
it's like 5 hours.
It's 5 hours. And it's
you
ironic.
You didn't even go to the club for 5 hours.
I just hosted an event for a company. And they were like, oh, you hire other hosts? I thought you were hosting. I said, yes, I am hosting. But I no longer host for 5 hours. That's a long period of time. I said, no. They're gonna ramp it. I'll come in and do my power hour, power 45. That's where we're at now. And so with receptions being so long, it's just a lot of lull. And so my thought and my methodology for this was I want to consolidate. You want to get in, get out, put on a show, a spectacle from the beginning and to end, and then just throw an after party. People still want to be out. Yep. The official programming is done. You don't feel forced to be there anymore. You don't feel forced to be in them hills. I don't love the switcheroony from the hills to the flats anyway. Yes. We're going to talk. I said I got something to talk about.
Where are your heels?
I said I want my red bottoms. I want my red bottoms proudly. Those are a little tight on my feet.
The minute was over, you ran out and changed into your chancletas.
I did change it to my chancletas. But yeah, so the goal was to be in and out this reception in about 2.5 hours. So during cocktail hour, we served the full plates of food. And I didn't even I got to start saying we. We didn't even let people into the actual wedding reception hall because we just wanted that to be straight for the concert. And so we set up tables outside. We set out tables in the foyer and go eat. Now we customized this menu. We had oxtail, mac and cheese, mac pie shrimp, lobster tails. No, rice and peas, fish, escabeche, lasagna. Like when I tell you, we brought in, and that's all stuff, and to people's surprise, it's like, this is all stuff that we paid for. They don't make that stuff. Typically, which is crazy, this Caribbean island, or this resort particularly, they cater to like other nationalities. So even though we're in the Caribbean and you think you're gonna get oxtail and jerk chicken at the restaurant, they have Mediterranean food, and then they have Japanese food. I say, no, if I come to your island, I want rice, I want what your mama's chicken, eating. Pork. That's the food that I want. I want some pork. Like, stop playing with me. And so we had to, we did a tasting, and then we were giving critique on the food, like, hey, this needs more salt, we need more of this. And when I say they went crazy, people were posting on their close friends their plates
of food
stacked up to the top. Like, they were like, the food was crazy. And so that started out everything right. And then we brought in my brother Mouse Jones to host, and he did a comedy bit, half of which I wrote. I don't know if people know this. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Mouse is a professional host, like how Charles is a professional host.
He's my favorite host. So
Mouse is a great host.
He's my favorite host.
Charles proceeds to write jokes for Mouse, who is a very funny person. He's
a comedian as well.
He is Mr. Jokes.
But you know who also is a comedian?
Oh, gosh.
Charles Beloved is a comedian. Don't act like I'm not a comedian. I did.
We talked about this on the live podcast.
I had a stint, maybe a couple months.
Yeah, it was like 6 months.
Yeah, about 6 months of doing comedy in New York City, and I was good. I made people laugh. I wrote some really strong jokes. I performed at my mom's 40th birthday or 50th birthday or something.
Fun fact, his comedy show was one of the first times we hung out outside of work.
Yeah, I was like, listen, me and my slacks, let me go show her that I actually have.
I was very nervous for him because I was like, if this guy bombs, I just have to be a supportive friend and I won't even talk about it on Monday.
Oh, man, but no bombing. I was really good. And so as somebody who leads program and have done programming, like, it's important that you give that guide. And so again, we had a slideshow filled with hundreds of our pictures. We talked about our journey. So I gave him the notes to be able to fill in the color. And we were in the back, literally listening to people crying, laughing as he went through his bit, and he added his Mouse Jones element to it. But I just, as a host, I want to give people the courtesy that I expect, which is you give people a guide. Don't just be like, just go up there and wing it. Like, hey, this is what the flow should be. This is what we want to do. We want to encourage and celebrate sonically and musically the people from our different cities. So we had music when we showed our New York era. We had music when we showed our Bay Area time to LA, down to Houston. And so we painted a beautiful picture, but then we got the reception started. And it was just turned up, man, from start to finish. Soul Lounge band, full live band experience, a true concert. We brought in Case and RL to sing R&B. So Happily Ever After being played with sparklers flashing at random times throughout the performance because they didn't do right against the Charles' beloved plans. While we were cutting our cake, that to me was just one of the most magical moments of the evening. Then RL closing out the reception with Wifey. You can't have a higher high than RL being on stage, a live band playing Wifey, and you and I singing Wifey. Will you be my wifey? You can sing it. No, grit your teeth.
No, I'm not.
Back and forth to each other. I was like, listen, I'm never getting married again. And if I'm gonna go out, this is the way in which you go out with a freaking bang.
So we didn't tell anyone that Case and RL were coming. People started to get inklings because someone was like on a flight. They was like, that guy looked familiar. Because there's only so many
There's only a few flights to Barbados every day.
Barbados.
So everybody was on the same flight.
They were on the flight with people. And someone was like, the morning of the wedding, I was in the gym and I was like, that guy looks like RL. I said, not him getting his workout in. He said no days off.
Right.
But we didn't tell anyone. So Case just comes out and starts performing as we're cutting the cake. And you could see people go, hold on, is that?
Somebody was like, I thought that was one of the singers from the background. They was like, wait a minute. The kufi he had on was like, wait a minute, that's actually Case singing this song.
So Case was like the first surprise. And then after he performed, we cut to RL.
Yeah.
And they do like a little slideshow that he does to intro and he walks out and people go.
Yeah, like, they lost it. That was, you just assumed that we only brought one artist. But we're crazy. And our bank account's very much depleted right now, but we said we're gonna go all out. And so we paid for 2 artists to be there.
And that's not the only thing we paid for. So Soul Lounge Band was the band that did our wedding 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, in 2016, when we was 28, we had a live band at our wedding. And so many people who came to that first wedding said that was the first wedding they've ever gone to that there was a live band. That it wasn't just a DJ.
And it was incredible.
So 10 years ago, we paid for a DJ and
a band.
And to fly. We flew both of them.
We didn't know there was a fly. They were in Indianapolis, so they were able to drive to Chicago.
So we had to pay for hotels.
Very reasonable expense, just hotels and all of that. This year we had to fly 8 people and all these rooms to Barbados on top of their performance fee, plus 2 other talents. Y'all, I had a goal. I didn't even tell you this as we doing our hot takes. I had a goal of surprising you and buying you a ring in addition to the expensive.
I'm sure you did. There was no money.
I want to be abundantly clear. That ring is 2-3 years out.
There was no.
As I
also had a goal. I was like, I'm going to surprise him with a gift. And
they're like, no. When I looked at how much this wedding ultimately cost us after our crazy ass ideas, foam, custom letters. No. There was no more money. I was going to be spent on Shereen Kuykendolls whatsoever. But
and when we were leaving, so I flew with, me and Charles flew separately because I had to get back for work. But when we were leaving, we were talking to some friends. And one of our friends, he was like, oh my gosh, I love how y'all did the reception. He was like, y'all, we didn't do your normal cocktail or your normal like dinner tables and chairs where it's like table 1, table 2.
Yeah. Talk about it.
We did sections. So we had like 12, 13 sections. So think you go to a club and you're in a section with lounge furniture,
bottle service.
In each section, there was a bucket that had, obviously we're an all-inclusive resort, so people can go to the bar, but we wanted to make it easy. Folks can sit at their section, they can drink, enjoy the show, even though no one was sitting down.
Everybody was standing up. It was
for
crazy
the whole
energy.
2.5 hours. But we really wanted it to feel like a vibe.
Yeah.
And one of our friends was like, oh my God, I love the sections idea. That was so cool. I was like, oh yeah, we paid for that. He was like, what do you mean? I said, the resort doesn't have freaking 20 couches
set up for you. No, they give you round tables.
Yeah, they have round tables.
Jesus Christ.
And that is it. So you use their included round tables. We wanted completely different furniture. So they said, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Here's the bill for the company that's going to bring in all your lounge furniture. So we had to pay for lounge furniture.
Uh-huh.
And then Charles wanted the bottles, and the company was like, well, that's not something, we're on an island, guys.
Yeah.
It's not a club in New York City. So they're like, that's not something we really have. We have maybe 10 or 50, like 10 or 12 like
By
buckets.
ice buckets, yeah.
So what do? I go on Amazon and I say, hey, I'm going to order some, and we'll bring them with us to Barbados.
Bring
So,
in ice buckets. Then
so
the actual liquor. You know, the resort liquor is very, very, very bottom shelf. I'm like, I'm not doing that to
and even
our
if it's
game.
not,
Yeah.
even if it's not bottom shelf, they didn't have tequila. We know
Yeah.
our people like tequila.
Yeah.
They also don't have all the brands you like. So
Mhm.
we went out to a local liquor distributor.
Yep.
And we said, hey, how much is it for 10 bottles of this, 10 bottles of this, 10 bottles of this, and 10 bottles of this?
Yeah. It's more than 10. But nonetheless, yes. Clase Azul, Casamigos,
Don
we had
Julio.
Don Julio. Bro, like we really went crazy, y'all.
So
Like,
literally I told our-
Bayesian rum. Shout out Bayesian rum. We had rum for some rum punch if
Punch.
that was the vibe you was looking for.
I told everyone, I said, everything you loved about that wedding and that resort, just know we probably paid for it.
Yeah,
We paid to bring it in,
Yeah.
down to the foam at the foam party.
Yeah.
So the Friday was beautiful. Everyone sang their life away, lived out their nostalgic 90s dreams. We had a rockin' after party.
Yeah.
At the little club that they have on the resort.
No, shut that down. Hookahs. The speaker went out. Everybody's still out there. It's pouring raining. My boy Frankie dancing in the rain for Lil Saint. My
People
sister
were
was there.
having
No, we were having a
great time. I said, y'all don't want to go to bed? Y'all not tired?
No. Like, normally I know, and again, we've been married 10 years, maybe TMI. Normally at the wedding, you're supposed to like, oh, I'm trying to, I'm gonna try to see something type dude. That's my intention. We were having a blast. Sex was not on my mind. I was having so much fun with my friends. Like, y'all, no, don't get me wrong, we got this. Okay.
People don't need the
I don't want to digress. But like, we were literally having such an incredible time. Dang it, I had a point to make. Go ahead. Wedding day, before you go to Saturday. One other thing that we did, which I love, we paid for a black and white photo booth. Those are the pictures I think that got the most usage on social. So I do encourage people, do the photo booth. That's the picture that's gonna make people's dumps. But before we opened the doors to the reception, while people were eating, this is why this concept works. You can steal it, you can plagiarize it. I authored it. We stood at the photo booth and took pictures with everybody. Everybody has a picture damn near with the both of us. And that is crazy. I can't say that that's typically
especially
happens
for
at somebody's wedding.
Something person wedding.
So we set it up right after the ceremony. We did our official pictures, did pictures with family, and then we made sure we took pictures with all of the people that came. And that really warmed my heart. Even though I was a little annoyed because I was trying to get my show started. I had a very tight run of show.
Very tight run of show.
But we went ahead and got it done, and that was absolutely beautiful.
So the other half of this, we can go to Saturday. So the last part of it was our big pool party.
Yeah.
So unfortunately on Saturday, the weather, it was not the beautiful sunny Caribbean weather that you would think. It was a little bit overcast. So, people were slow.
A little rainy,
Yeah, so people were a little slow to ramp. And I was like, in my head, I was like, we're going to get there. Because people, it's a little overcast, but people still want to be outside. People still want to have fun and make the most of this moment. When I tell you, I am so glad it was not sunny.
Oh, yeah.
Because the way people were raging on that overcast day.
Oh, yeah. No, it was insane.
If it had been sunny and people had been out drinking since 11 a.m., folks wouldn't have made it.
No, they would not have made it.
They would not have made it that day whatsoever.
And I kind of had to check myself because I was a little disappointed in the weather. And I was like laying down a cabana chilling. And also we had thrown a wedding the day before. I was dead tired.
You were dying.
You know what I'm saying? So I was easing into it, but then they brought my hookahs. I was in the pool. You know what I mean?
We also bought in the hookahs. We paid the hookahs.
Yeah, brought the hookahs. Then they brought me some liquor. Then I started ramping up. And then I was like, all right, let's go. And I don't know that people know that the energy shift was directly a reflection of my energy shift in my work, but I do this professionally. I went in, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No. Let's hear what you have to say.
This is literally what happened.
Tell me your side of you. We weren't
I don't
together.
know. You were looking cute, walking around,
saying hello to our guests.
I switched pools from the back pool that was super chill to the pool that was lower, that had the foam.
So
and I started going crazy and I ramped everybody up to the point where people was like hearing the energy and fun. And random patrons from the resort started coming. People from the other pool, from the cabanas that were just chilling started coming. And that's when they got crazy.
Okay, so you were the second ramp. because the
Okay.
first ramp
Okay. Was
soca when he started.
Agnatin. Oh
When he
yeah.
started
Okay.
the
No.
soca
Okay.
set.
Fair.
We were
I'll do
down
that.
because you were
I
in the
will give
upper
that. Yeah, I was
pool,
chilling.
and we were
Okay.
down at the lower pool.
Shout out Agnatin, who was a great
Host.
Caribbean host and came and started the party. But I was
Yes.
still tired at that point.
We
Fair
were
enough.
so I'm like, you got the second win,
The climactic
part
moment.
of yes. But we were down there during the soca set, all because y'all know I'm West Indian, so half of my sororities, half of my friends is West Indian. So we were down there having a full carnival.
I love it. We brought in people. Well, actually, the tourism board brought them in. So they brought in
moko jumbies,
moko jumbies, and then we had the soca dancers. Yeah, so it was like
somebody said there was someone was doing fire. I was like,
late at night, but we were already too drunk.
I missed that part.
Knows as soon as sunset, we all kind of departed to get ready for
so it came after.
Oystins. It came after. They were blowing fire, but everybody was gone. Yeah, because they waited for sunset. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that point people were tired.
Yeah, people were tired. But no, they had the fire folks.
I was like, y'all, we gotta get to the next portion of the day. So the last thing on Saturday we did was Barbados is known for oystins. It's their big fish fry. It's really a Friday night thing. But the tourism board, we work with them and they opened up for us on Saturday. So people were able to go down and get like fresh fish from the island. It was beautiful. People had a great time. So
all right.
The second half of this is we had so many people come and show up for us from people who we do not see regularly that we just do random check-ins with on Instagram. But there were some people who did not show up.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all know, Charles is always clocking it. If anybody clocks it, Charles is going to clock it.
It's the Virgo in me. I've been getting a lot of Virgo memes on the internet. And I'm like, wow, that's really me. I pay attention to everything. And we've had some previous friendship episodes before. And y'all know I check everything. I have facts. I know who likes, who don't like. I know who texts, who don't text. I know who hearts, who don't heart. I know who calls, who don't call. And I would say I was a bit taken aback by some of the people that did not show up, that did not say anything. And I have mixed emotions about it, right? You know what I mean? I see good news in that there's a lot less weddings that I need to go to now.
Well, some of them we already went to.
But then there's some that were like, we went to, some that were international, some that costed a lot of freaking money, some that I had to turn down money to go to. And it was just like, oh, we don't view the friendship the same. And it's not like something where I'm at a point now where I'm like angry about it, I have vitriol, I wish ill will. No, we're cool. But now I get my chance to say, all right, this is not somebody or some people that I need to prioritize anymore. And that to me, in this phase of my life where I don't care to have a lot of friends, I don't care as much about being like I had that era. Y'all have seen me live that era. That is not the Charles of today. The circle being smaller to me is a great thing. Now, again, we're talking 225 people. It ain't that small. But it's just like the people that rock with me, I rock with harder. And I asked the question, and the guy like, do I feel closer to the people that did choose to come? And that answer is abundantly yes. Like I feel obligated to show up for the people that showed up for me. I do not feel obligated to show up for the people that did not show up for me. Now, there's an extra layer behind it.
Okay.
Because this is our second wedding. So I posed the question to you because I was posing it to myself. But I posed the question to you. If somebody came to the first wedding, did not come to the second wedding, and was not financial. Let me be very clear here, guys.
Yeah.
If you cannot afford it, I love you. I totally get it. And there's a segment of our friends, this was not a cheap trip. I get it. If it was something going on business-wise, work-wise, I kind of get it. But I'm like, okay, if I have work, I'll just navigate the same. But then there's a segment of people's like, hey, Jay-Z's more important than you. And I'm like, okay. But my children are more important than you in my mind. My wife is more important to you. So I now am able to reprioritize based on how other people prioritize me. And it's a wonderful thing. But for those people that like came to the first one, did not come to the second one, but were willing and able people, like how did that make you feel? Or how do you view your friendship with them? I
think it's nuanced. There are people who couldn't come, but reached out and said, for whatever the reason is, I can't make it. Cool. I can take that 100%. However I want to take it. There were other people who there was no effort made.
Yeah.
And I felt like there was no effort made. And I also put this caveat. We are people who have a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we are the social couple. So we have events and like we got a lot of things going on. If you couldn't make it to this thing, but in the past 10 years, you have supported us in all of our business endeavors, in all of our different things.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to hold this one
Absolutely.
thing against you. I might be like, oh, I'm a little disappointed they couldn't make it to this big moment for us, but they've been to so many of our other
shown up and flown in.
And I'm
letting it go, y'all.
Yeah.
We good.
To me, that is a different piece of disappointment than people who, in our past 10 years, when we've been having all these things, we've shown up for them and they haven't shown up for as many of our things. And I'm gonna make it plain. We're busy people.
Yeah.
Like
very busy.
Our time is very limited. So when we fly across the world for people, for friends to show up to one event for 3 hours, people appreciate that so much because we don't have the time.
Yeah.
They're like, if you didn't show up, I would understand because I see your life and I know it's not you not showing up because
you don't care.
You don't care.
Yeah.
But because we care so deeply, we will split up. If we were, quick example, we were in the midst of moving to Houston. I had a friend she's my friend from years ago. She was at our first wedding. She was at my proposal. She didn't come to this, but we've kept up. I see her every time. Anytime we're in the same city, we try to catch up with each other. And it was her baby shower. And I just, our closing was a mess. So I didn't plan to close the weekend of her baby shower, but I did. I had to fly to LA for work. I flew back to Houston to help Charles unpack. And then I went to Atlanta. Literally, I flew in that morning. And I flew out that night just to be at her baby shower because she means that much to me. And I want her to know that. And I think sometimes the cop-out that people use is that they have so many friends, I don't even matter.
Yeah. And that's fake news.
But my thing is, that's not for you to say. That's for me to say. So if I'm asking you to come, it's because you do matter.
Yeah.
Because of all the people who, trust me, there's no shortage of people who want to be at our things.
Absolutely.
And we get to make the invite list. And I know people be funny and be like, oh, I'm glad I just made the list because there's so many people. But it's just like, no, we're so blessed that we love and so many people love us. But the list is still tight. Like I know for some people, they see here 225. Oh, that's like, no.
No, it could have been 450. 500.
The list is still tight. So the fact that you were on the list and we thought enough of you to want you at this moment with us, especially when we kill ourselves to show up for other people's moments because we realize in friendship, reciprocity is important.
Absolutely.
So when I feel like do I feel like there's reciprocity and what does that look like? And reciprocity to us is different than reciprocity to other people. Other people know that they'll come to all of our things. So if they got one thing and they came to 5 of our things, I gotta go to that one thing.
Yeah. But for me, like it's people that I do business with. It's friends that I have gotten checks for. It's friends that I have put on. And it's just like, it hurt. And I just don't know that I'm gonna take my glasses off because I want y'all to know I'm freaking serious because I am who I am. I'm spiteful, beloved. And there's going to be a segment of change in how I operate with people who did not go out of their way for me, for my big moment. And that just is what it is. And secondarily, I want to talk to the married folks, to the relationship folks, because I love my wife. Look at her. Can we get an ISO? Can we ISO her? Look at that beautiful face.
Don't look at my
I would love for her to be everywhere with me. But we're not attached. What's the thing where the people are attached together?
Conjoined.
Conjoined? Is that was a
conjoined twins?
Okay, you just have a more robust vocabulary. I thought it was just like something else. We're not conjoined. At the hip. Okay, attached at the hip. That's what I was going for. We're not attached at the hip. Thank you. Simplify the language for me, Orlando. We're not attached at the hip. So if both of us can't go, one person can go represent for the couple.
Yep.
So it's just hard. It's hard for me to accept when we both cannot go to something or we are trying to show up for multiple people. She'll go to the friend that she's closer to. I'll go represent for the friend that I'm closer to. But we try and make sure that a Kuykendall is in the building. And I just don't have a lot of grace for, we can't go. No. One of the two of y'all could have brought your ass to the Barbados. Now, would you stay 4 days?
No.
No, but somebody could have came. And so that's also a part of my post-event analysis that I'm going through. And then I'm seeing people on additional trips right now. So it's just like, okay, how much did I really matter? And it's fine if I do not matter as much, but I get now the choice.
Also, don't invite me to your stuff then.
Because I'm just saying, no, I want you to invite me. I want you to invite me. No, Shereen's saying something different. I'm saying, I want you to invite me, and I'm not coming.
Because you're spiteful. I'm saying, don't invite me at all.
That's what I'm saying. I give great wedding gifts. We break the bank for people in wedding gifts. I think we talked about it, like how much we give to people at weddings on top of all the expense that we paid to go. Like, we're great wedding guests. I come turn your wedding up for free because I don't want to be the host of your wedding. I don't charge. I was like, if I'm there and I'm having a good time, I'm just going to get on, do what I get paid thousands of dollars to do. No, I'm protecting my energy.
Yep.
And yeah, fair is fair. That's just how I am. And so for those that did show up, I know it went on a tangent, but I had to get it off my chest. For those that did show up, we locked in.
Yes.
Gang.
We thank
For
y'all.
those that did not, but they said something or that
wanted to
sent a gift and
text
put
us
to the 529A, sent a text, did a repost, even those that didn't say anything to us directly, but did a like a heart. Trust me, I see it and I know. But there's a segment of people that just
did nothing.
And
we see you.
I'm in my do nothing
Clocked
era. I'm in my do nothing reciprocation era.
We love y'all. We will see you next week. Hopefully, because Lord knows these schedules are crazy. We'll see you next week. No. Oh, I'm sorry. CJ.
Yes.
CJ's here.
We have a special guest in ending. Don't slow down now, because she's still watch your shoulder.
I know.
For Better Best Podcast. One of our stars, y'all know CJ has gone viral.
Yep,
he went viral twice. You can sit with mommy.
Ooh.
He is now going viral twice. He did another speech at our wedding. So CJ, what was your favorite part about the wedding? He wants to be on the podcast. He tells all his teachers and friends about the podcast.
My
Angle of microphone better, yeah.
The wedding was one of the best experiences of my life.
Okay.
Except for the fact that I had to wear that suit in the hot sun.
That's fair. That's fair. And what did it feel like? Obviously, 10 years ago, we got married. You weren't even born yet. But now, 10 years later, you were able to be at the wedding. You were able to give a toast to your parents. You were able to walk down the aisle like the cool kid that you are. What was that like?
That was the awesomest thing that ever happened.
And then for your toast, because your toast was so good, people really loved it. I thought it was so beautiful. How did you come up with that?
You just thought about it?
Yeah.
And then remember when I asked you, you said, and for the beginning, middle, and end of their marriage, and then you took a beat and everybody was like, whoa, when we were trying to encourage you to keep going. And you said, wait a minute, I think I got that wrong, because it's not over yet. You told me that you planned to say that and get that reaction.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm about to
so
say, Mommy didn't know that. Tell her how you came up with that.
I knew that everybody would hear the end, so and we were still at a wedding, so
You knew it would get the reaction.
You knew it would get a good reaction? Listen, that is my namesake. He is a future star. As you can see, he is taking in his daddy's shoes while looking exactly like his mama. Y'all have the exact same face on this couch. It's absolutely insane. But CJ, you want to close us out?
yeah.
Say, I'm CJ. This is For Better Best Podcast, episode 41.
I'm CJ. This is the Better or Bestest Podcast, episode 41. See ya.
We
We out.